This guy's name is Alex. And Alex is what happens when you give a 4'11" on a good day, mentally ill, narcissistic, psycho evil emo kid views. Now, believe it or not, but Alex used to be a huge respected YouTuber who made commentary videos where he would criticize others for doing absolutely despicable things.
Power is yours.
Is this really what YouTubers come to nowadays? Just putting big numbers of monetary value in the title?
More like, is this really what YouTube's come down to nowadays? Telling your girlfriend to oof them 20 times in a row? His word used to mean something, and a lot of people genuinely thought that Alex was an amazing human being. But a few days ago, an 80 pages long Me Too statement Google Doc from his ex-girlfriend detailing the alleged she went through because of him came out. By the way, I hate the word alleged. I hate saying allegedly or whatever, especially in cases like this with solid, irrefutable evidence. We literally have an 80-page document with audio files, video clips, pictures, DMs. This professional Golem cosplayer was literally caught in 4K, even though I kinda wish that wasn't the case, because we don't need to be seeing this ugly mug in high quality. But unfortunately, we do have to say alleged, even in solid cases like this, because if this rat one day decides to sue everyone, I don't want to be catching a case. But don't worry guys, when you look at the 80-page Me Too statement, and you look at a clip like this,
It's cool what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
Yeah,
would do,
acting
and go,
like this is
I didn't
all
mean
just
it.
me, and that's something you really need to fix.
I'm gonna fucking bang your head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up.
yeah, this is definitely alleged. Oh, by the way, I don't know why this guy's like, I'm gonna put you on a brick, like, boop, one smack from me, and this guy's flying all the way from the UK all the way to Hollywood ready to film the next Lord of the Rings movie as Golem. Like, this guy's not smashing no head in, bro. You ain't doing nothing. By the way, my bad, but I can't help but find it funny how Alex literally took the time to go on Discord, turn on his camera, like his full HD 4K camera, before recording the... Is he what was he thinking? You have to imagine that when this took place, he was literally like, yeah, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna, set up my 4K camera, like put the angle just right. Like he literally cut himself in 4K. But his raging in that clip, his lack of control, that raging, that epileptic attack or whatever that was, is not normal.
Fix.
A man's acting like he's got a dentist appointment or something, like calm the down. He is clearly showing some psychopathic tendencies in that clip. Like that is illness, which is what I predict he will say if he ever makes an apology and posts it on YouTube. He'll probably be like, guys, I have a mental illness. I was not being myself. Like, shut up. I want to make it clear really quick so there's no misunderstanding. Mental illness is never an excuse for anyone's actions. If you're mentally ill and you hurt someone else, you need to face the consequences. If you're an oversized person like this guy, who used to be a huge YouTuber and got exposed as a PDF file, which resulted in him losing his YouTube channel and not being a huge YouTuber anymore, but just huge instead. If, for example, you're this guy and then you grew the kids cupcakes and then you go to prison and you say, I was not being myself, I'm just mentally ill. Okay, go be mentally ill in Arkham Asylum and go get locked up for life. Just like this Alex guy, who is clearly ill in the head, should not have a YouTube platform and he needs to be institutionalized. But let's go back to what I said really quick. Remember when I said that Alex used to be a respected YouTuber who used to make commentary videos and he would criticize other people? And you won't believe it when I say that this guy used to criticize other couples.
And that's the love surge.
I don't know if maybe I'm just miserable, but this looks like the idea of hell for me.
I personally just don't understand how someone like Alex would literally turn on his camera, go on his mic and say stuff like, this TikTok couple is absolutely evil. All they care about is clout. Just for him to turn off the camera and then call his girlfriend on Discord and tell her to oof herself for the 50th time. Imagine being a literal abuser and... Oh, my bad. An alleged literal abuser and making videos criticizing other couples for doing lesser bad things. I just don't get it. No, but having a commentary YouTuber being exposed for being an absolute evil creep behind the scenes is so ironic, because they're the ones criticizing people on YouTube for trivial stupid things most of the time, when in reality behind the scenes they're the most disgusting creature ever, both physically and mentally. But remember what I said earlier, this guy unironically used to be the moral compass for a lot of people. He used to be respected by a lot of people and his word used to mean something. But when I look at a situation like this is why I keep telling you guys over and over again to stop trusting YouTubers. Stop thinking that they're the moral compass, that they're good human beings. No, stop! If a YouTuber looks like a good, genuine human being on camera, that doesn't mean anything. We've seen it over and over again. You know how on Instagram sometimes you see people living their best lives? You see someone in a 5-star hotel in Asia eating a delicacy, well-seasoned dog or something, And you're like, wow, I wish I could do that too. But in reality, those people posting pictures like that, they're just posting a snippet, a very small fraction of what your lives actually are like. While YouTube is just like that. When you watch a YouTube video and the YouTuber seems to be, you know, well-reasoned, a good human being, he seems to be polite and whatever, right? That doesn't necessarily translate to how they behave off camera. I mean, do you want to know how many times I called Alex retarded? Do you want to know how many times I called Alex the R? But then I'm probably gonna edit it out. That's a part of me you'll never see on YouTube. Think of it this way. YouTubers edit their videos in such a way that they look as good as possible. You're not seeing the real them. Okay, so stop saying, oh, this YouTuber seems like a decent human being. No, bro. He probably says the N-word off camera. Which is exactly what Alex does.
It's like, and then you look like a fucking miserable little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs.
Huh? Her face is annoying? Says you! Bro, someone tell me how a failed laboratory experiment is gonna call someone else's face annoying.
Like, your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs. You don't, like, you don't clean up after yourself. Even you. So...
Huh? Hey, yo, someone tell me right now who gave him the word pass. You in my comments. Does anyone know if Golem is black? Because if he is, fair play to Alex.
Even you.
So Alex is calling his own girlfriend or with the hard R, of course, casually during an argument. People genuinely believe that Alex was this progressive, inclusive guy, but turns out
the N-word is a funny moment.
Alex is not that inclusive, after all. I'm gonna say something that I feel like needs to be said. If you never want to be disappointed in a YouTuber who, you know, let's say gets exposed in the future for being a weirdo or for being someone who busts on an enemy pillow if you land from Genshin Impact, then guess what? The best relationship that you can have with a YouTuber is just as followed. Watch their videos if they're good, enjoy them, and that's it. You don't try to, you know, be like, oh, I love this YouTuber, I look up to him, he's my idol. Don't do that. Smash like if you agree. Here's what an average day between Alex and his ex-girlfriend would look like in the DMs. Something didn't go right? Or a little argument would start? Well, here's 20 schizo messages from Alex of him sending oof threats to her, telling her he's gonna break her neck. 20 schizo FU messages. Alex, all along, really was an emo kid with an emo haircut who, whenever a little argument would happen, would start saying stuff like, I'm gonna KYS, I'm gonna KMS, like, good. So, you can see Alex texting FU 10 times to the girl, and then out of nowhere he says, you text like a bruh, says you. Look at the way you're texting. I'm gonna keep it real and be as unbiased as possible. You're the one texting like a because this is definitely the kind of text messages you would receive from a sane, normal human being, right guys? In another page of Alex's ex document, this is her showing that Alex, whenever he would go on his tantrums of his, he would break the girl's equipment. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bruh. If this professional Golem cosplayer broke my stuff, bruh, ooh, you already know his face would get remodeled. Oh, and by the way, ain't no way that baby comes out of a mom's coochie and looks like that in real life. Like, you already know he probably got... You already know his face probably got remodeled once or twice already in high school or something. And yet, another page of her document, here's her showing how narcissistic Alex really is.
Like, massive issues there. And you think you can just fucking ignore them because, like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Your boyfriend's a fucking famous internet celebrity, and
bro, you look like a mutated alien. Chill.
I don't know. Your boyfriend's a fucking famous internet celebrity, and
well, this definitely didn't age like milk. But seriously, where's that narcissism coming from? My bad, but if I look like that, I would not be narcissistic, bruh. Like, don't get me wrong, I would 1000% have a mental illness if I look like that, like crippling depression, body dysmorphia, but not narcissism. I really don't understand people who get an ego boost from being a YouTuber. I mean, especially nowadays when most YouTubers get exposed for being creeps, EDPs, or unlikable, out of touch monkeys.
A real job can be gruesome, a real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Yeah, because a real job where you do the same thing day in and day out most of the time, like an NPC, where you maybe get a raise once every few years, which ends up being lower than inflation, that's not soul crushing. But streaming for 9 hours, eating chips, watching videos, now that is hard work, guys.
Your boyfriend's a fucking famous internet celebrity, and
but this is evidence of Alex being a narcissistic prick who looks down on other people, and that claim is further supported by this clip. Here's a clip where Alex is once again caught in 4K, where he's literally calling his own girlfriend a dog, and it's him saying how his girlfriend should be a good dog who just kneels and just takes it.
Now, when it's too late, you admit that you did everything wrong, but when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good dog, you don't do it, you fight for for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing.
Wow. This just makes me even more confused as to how this professional Golem cosplayer was able to lock this girl in. I know it wasn't the looks that locked her in. I know it wasn't his emo riz that locked her in. I mean, she kind of looks emo, but I know she did not sign up for whatever that creepy stuff is. Oh, by the way, look at this scary DM. So at some point, she had enough of him, and she decided to block him just for him to make a new account and DM her. I'm sorry, but that PFP, it just doesn't help with the creepy vibes. What's also extremely cooked is that whenever Alex would be sad or depressed about something, his girlfriend would always try her best to cheer him up. Like she'd offer to go check on him whenever he would be stressed out. But whenever she would be sad or upset, well, suddenly, Alex has way more important stuff to do than make sure she's okay. What a great human being, guys. Oh, and also, of course, not surprising at all, multiple other victims, other exes of Alex, came out real quick and backed up what the girl with the 80-page document said. Alex would unironically text like a deviant to all of his exes. This is a text that Alex sent to one of his other exes. Like, even back in 2019, he still wanted to crush someone's head. What can I say? It's always the people you expect the least to act like this. And by the least, I mean the most. But now that Alex's true colors have been exposed, and now that everyone knows how unstable and deranged Alex really is, it looks like Alex won't be able to say that he's a famous person much longer. Money, 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 money.